I'm back with Hell's Kitchen runner-up Bonnie Muirhead, and we're making spinach and artichoke dip.
We are, but...
Welcome back, but
before we get started with that, I just want to show
Bonnie.
everybody what the pasta dish looks like.
Go on.
So here we are.
Why don't you put it in the front there?
There you go, ta-da. So all I did is I finished cooking the shrimp. I just cooked it in hot oil on each side, and then I just tossed everything together with the pasta.
And that's it, that's the finished product.
That's it, and yeah, I was trying not to eat it while I was waiting for you to come back.
Don't lie, I saw you eating some of it.
I saw you eating some of the food I made, too.
I had one of your carrots.
Yeah, you're busted.
People at home won't believe you. They will.
Yeah.
They will believe you.
He's trouble.
I am trouble. All right, let's talk about this next dish.
All right, so what we're going to do, you can use either fresh or frozen spinach. I like frozen just because you always have it on hand, you know. Just defrost it and thaw it out, and then just give it a good squeeze with a paper towel just to drain out that extra water. And so this is such an American, like, party classic. I made it for some Kiwis, and they were like, "Ooh, what is that? What is that?" And I guess this is our American equivalent of your that onion soup and reduced cream dip that everyone has here.
Onion,
so what I'm going to do is this is our spinach. It's already ready to go, and these are just some artichoke hearts that I've cut up. You can just buy them in the can.
Right.
Just going to dump those in there, and so this is the basis of our dip, and then everything else is just basically creamy, cheesy goodness.
Really?
Yeah. That's why this
garlic?
This is garlic, yeah. 2 cloves of minced garlic in here. And this is your Kiwi cheese, your eat 'em. I like it because it sounds like you want to say eat 'em.
Well, you can eat them.
I want to eat them.
You can eat them,
Yeah. So about 2 cups. And then just a little Parmesan. I like Parmesan cheese because it gives it kind of a nutty flavor.
Yeah.
That goes with the eat 'em.
With the eat 'em.
It makes you want to eat them.
And while you eat them?
While you eat them. So you're just going to mix that up together. And then I also have some good old American cream cheese.
Oh, yeah. That's
softened.
Rich. This is
it's
rich.
rich. Yeah, this is a really rich dip. I said it serves like 10 to 12, but it could really serve 4 to 6 because people they start eating it and they don't stop.
Yeah,
so mix that up too. And then some good old American mayonnaise. Now, like a Kraft or Best Foods. New Zealand mayonnaise is kind of weird. Forgive me for saying that.
I don't know whether you're forgiven. There might be some emails coming in.
I know, people will be like, how could she say that? But for me, it's because our mayonnaise doesn't have that tanginess that you guys do. I made this for my husband when I'd first come out to New Zealand to visit him before we were married.
Right.
And I used his mayonnaise, and I'm like, something doesn't taste right.
Ain't mayonnaise.
Something's wrong. I mean, not wrong, but it's just a different flavor for folk like me.
For folk like you, yeah.
So all you do is just mix this together, and then, Brendan, can I ask you to get the salt and pepper?
Sure.
This fun big
So is hubby a good cook?
Hubby is a great cook.
You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead and give a good couple grinds in there. Yeah, and then some cracked pepper.
He's a good cook?
He is a good cook, and he actually always jokes because people always say, "Oh, you must be so lucky you got to marry a chef," and he's like, "No, not at all, because I never cook for him."
You don't? He does all the cooking? Well, no, you've been busy. You've been busy since you've been here in New Zealand.
The hard part is, it's like, you know, if I wanted him, he's in earthworks, and I would be like, well, you know, do you want to move a road for me? Like, when you get home from work, it's kind of, you know, that thing. That's probably a bad example, but, you know, if you're a dentist, you know, do you want to clean my teeth when you get home? You know, it's like, you don't want to do your job. I'm getting better since I've moved to New Zealand because I've had more time, so I do try to cook for him and put food on the table.
So you're enjoying it in Napier?
I am. I'm enjoying it.
Bit of a change from LA?
It's so nice, though. It's so nice to not have traffic and the congestion, and you can get somewhere within 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. And everyone's just so friendly. And
good weather. And you were saying before that everyone knows everybody, too.
Everyone knows everyone. And my husband is one of those people, they're like, "Oh, Shane Burkett, yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know the Burketts." And it's so funny. And then it's just like, we call it 6 degrees of separation in America, but I think it's like 3. Here?
Probably, yeah, maybe.
3, maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
So I'm just going to throw this in the oven.
Okay, what temperature?
At between 180 and 200.
Okay.
You want it to cook pretty fast because you want the top to bubble. Okay. And you can just go ahead, just make sure you're using an oven-safe glassware. And you can always transfer it into something smaller. So you just throw that in there.
Right.
And then I'm just going to make some tortilla chips to go with it.
Okay.
So these are flour tortillas. You get in the Mexican aisle of your grocery store. And you can also get corn tortillas in the gluten-free section. So if you are gluten-free, it's a great little snack that you can make, and it's still homemade instead of buying something out of the bag. You can just use regular chips. So we're just gonna lay these out here.
So you just cut them up?
A little bit. Yeah, I just cut them into wedges. And we're just gonna lay them on here. We're just gonna brush them with a little oil. So if you wanna go ahead and do that for me.
Hey, so do you, family that you've left behind, do you get to go home? Have you been home since
I was just home actually this last week, but only for a couple days.
Oh, really?
I had to do a cooking demo in Wisconsin. And it's freezing in Wisconsin right now.
Oh my God, I have been to Wisconsin.
Have you? Yeah, it's so cold. I woke up from my hotel and there's just snow trickling down, and I felt like I was in one of those snow globes because we don't get snow a lot in LA, like ever. Yeah. I think it snowed when I was 8. I think that was the last time it snowed.
Really?
And I think I got to make a snowball, and then it melted. Everything went away.
Are you an LA Lakers fan?
I am an LA Lakers fan. Go Lakers.
Go the Lakers. Go on the other side
yeah,
as well.
we're going to do the other side as well.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not guiding you.
No, you're not. And I needed to be guided, Bonnie.
You're a lost little lamb unless I'm telling you what to do.
Very much so.
Yeah, so we're just gonna brush those, and then we're gonna put them in the oven for, again, 180 to 200. And you just wanna watch them so that you don't want them to brown too much, but you wanna get a good color on them.
Right. What do Mum and Dad think about you heading out and living in New Zealand?
You know, since I did live in South Africa, I think
for a long time,
Mom and Dad get that I'm kind of a traveler. I like to go out and see the world, and I'm really into, you know, other cultures, and apparently the joke is that, you know, I love the Southern Hemisphere because I always end up here somehow. Right. So, and, you know, getting back to South Africa, actually, I got in trouble when I was there because I fell in love with the All Blacks. Because the haka was so amazing, and the Springboks didn't have the haka. So I'd have to be really careful, but I'd be watching the games, and I always loved it when the All Blacks would play.
So you love the haka?
I did love the haka, yeah.
Has anyone done a haka for you since you've been here?
No. Well, I saw one. I went up to Rotorua. I brought all my friends and family here when we got married. Right. And so we did a whole road trip of the North Island, and we got to go to, you know, one of the Maori experiences and stuff. So no one's ever done a haka for me, but I would love to have someone do it.
Your hubby should get that organised for you.
Hubby should, right?
He should.
So we're just going to throw these
in between his earth moving.
Right? Do you think he'd have time for that?
Does he know how to do the haka? He probably does.
He knows it. I mean, I think I know it pretty well. He made me do it in front of, we were watching a game at, he had a going away party before we moved back to LA. Right. And so I had to sit there and do the whole thing, and I think I gave it a good effort. Yeah, I didn't really know the words, but I got the, you know, I committed.
You're fully committed.
Yeah. So this is
magic of TV. Here's the
magic of TV. This is our finished product here, if you guys can see. So what I did, I just baked this one right in there. You can always bake it in whatever dish as long as it's oven safe. Just make sure it cools a little bit because you don't want people, you know, people get greedy and then they'll burn themselves. So I just served it, you know, a lot of people do like to have a little bit of healthy, crunchy vegetables. And then these are just store-bought tortilla chips, the gluten-free variety. And these are our baked flour tortillas. So this is a great American party classic, and it seems to have gone over well here since I've made it a couple times.
And I'm sure it won't last till lunchtime. I'm sure the crew will get into it too. Bonnie, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Wonderful, and welcome to New Zealand.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. And for more on Bonnie, see our website.